Now let's see how to create posts for social media. So here we have a file and we have some things over here. We have a library with the images that we will use for examples of our posts. We have several logos for different corners of the posts, of the images, and we have actually our posts. So we will create posts for Instagram and Pinterest for an example. The main approach of making posts for social media in Figma is to create some basic template and then to reuse it over and over, adding some new unique information, for example, some images, some titles. Like here, we have the same template for the product that we want to show. And when we need to promote some new product, we just add its picture, add some text, and our post is ready. So as you see, there are several different posts that look the same, but I use different techniques when I created them. So let's look inside. As you see, this banner consists of the background image of this yellow blob of some text, image, and the logo. So when I create a new post, I just copy paste the previous one and change the product, change the title and this text if I need. What's the difference between all these posts? As you see, the yellow is the farthest background of it all. This banner, the farthest background is the blue one, so yellow is on the top of it. And the same here, the yellow is behind, and here the blue is behind. And what's another difference? The difference is that when I created these files, I used background masking. So I used mask for the background, and if I move this background here, let me find it, it goes like this. So and when I used this blob to be on the top of the background, and as you see, background is on its full size. Why did I do it, and what is the difference? The difference comes if you want to put some object like this product behind or in front of your yellow blob. So as long as this image, my yellow blob, is just a mask, so actually there is no blob over here, I just have a yellow background of all the banner and I use some image over it. This means that I can't bring my image of the headphones behind the yellow background, because yellow is the farthest background here. And when I go here, I see that the farthest background is a blue one. So yellow vector blob is in front of the blue one, and this means that I can put my headphones behind. If I want, I can move it here, and as you see, it came in front of our blob. So let's see how to create these banners. Let's start with the more simple one from this one. I copy paste it. Actually, I will make it from scratch. So I create new frame. I will copy my blob from here. So I have this yellow blob. I'll put it here. As you see, there is an effect of inner shadow. When I make it white, it looks like it's in front of the background and that light falls into it. If I make it black, gray, the effect will be the opposite, like here. Okay, so I will leave it white. Okay, I put it here, I will copy my background image, put it here like this. I copy my logo. Okay. And I want to copy this headline. Move it here. My vector blob isn't inside, so I put it inside my frame. Now it's the whole banner, and I will copy this text. Okay, and now I'll copy my guitar. So this is how I create this post, and this is pretty simple. If I need to change it, I just copy paste the whole banner and replace the product, replace the text if I need. Now let's see how to create this variant when I used a mask. So I have a frame. Now I need to create a mask for this background. For this I need to have some object that is of this shape. To make this, I will create a shape of rectangle. And I will combine it with the blob. So I will copy blob from here. Okay, I need to move it from the frame too. Okay, now it's here. So now I have two these shapes, and I want to make the shape that I want. To do this, I will reorder them. I select both of them. And now I need to cut this area from our rectangle. So I will subtract selection, and now I have this shape. So I can copy my background. So now I have an image that I want to mask, and I have a shape that I will use to mask my image. So I'll put them together, and now I have to reorder it. I will put my shape behind the image, and when I select both these objects, I will use this mask option. So now my image is cut with this mask. Now I can add it to my banner. After I applied mask effect, this mask group has appeared, and I will use it like this. So now I can set the background color of the whole frame to yellow. And now this looks almost the same. After all, I will add effect of shadow, and I will set it to white to look the same, and I will add more opacity so it looks okay in the yellow. Probably I have to make it bigger, maybe 20, yeah, something like this. And now I just have to add my objects over here. I will add these headphones. And as you remember, in this case, I can't put my object, I can't put my image behind the yellow blob, because the yellow blob is actually a background. So I just can put my headphones behind the blue background, because actually it is not a background, it is an object above my yellow background. So this is how it works. And after this, I will add this text, I will add logo, and I have this template. So as you see, there are several ways to do the same things in Figma, and if you know what you want to get, you can use either of them. And let's look to these posts of different kind. I made two similar posts with different products, but if you look closer, you will understand that they are slightly different. So let's start with this one. It contains a logo. It contains several rectangles with different strokes. So this is actually a rectangle. So let me create the same post here. I will add the frame and I will add some rectangles. It's okay. It's A95 by 774. Okay, and I make two of its corners round. Okay, like this. Then I add wide stroke, for example, like this. And this is how I make my banner. I will make stroke yellow. Okay, and now I make the filling invisible. So this looks similar. I will add background filling for the whole image. And I will make the stroke to be outside the banner. Now I duplicate these and I will make its stroke wider. I will make it wide and I move it behind the previous one. So now it's look similar. Maybe the strokes were bigger. So I will use these settings and I will move I'll set it like this. And actually that's almost it. I will make them a little smaller. I will add some text. I'll copy paste it. I can use some logo. I can copy paste it from here, or I can do it from here where I have my components for the logos, and just paste it into my image. And I just have to add this text. And I have an image. There are different images here. As you see, the guitar goes above the strokes and my synthesizer goes behind them. So how did I do it? I had two images. Let's take them. So when I put a guitar onto my banner, obviously I just put it like this. So this is pretty easy. But when I put synthesizer there, I will scale it down. Like this. And I want it to be cut by these strokes. So I can put it like this behind the strokes, and now it looks inside the border. I probably have to make this logo smaller. Maybe this is okay. So now we have two different templates for our posts, and we can change products over here. We can change texts, their names, and have new posts if we want to post different products at our Instagram account. And we have Pinterest posts over here. So as you see, this is a very similar template to my Instagram. Actually, I created these templates from the Instagram posts. I just used everything like this in another shape, and I had a bigger background here. And let's look at these posts for social media. Let's pretend that we want to post different images with quotes of some musicians. So what do we have? I will create a new Pinterest frame. I will use the same blob that I used before. I copy paste it. Actually, I copy paste in the whole frame. Now I have the blob. I will add some color temporarily, and I want to put images as a background. So I just have to copy my image, put it inside the frame, scale it down. Oh, it fits the size, so I don't have to cut anything else. Now I just put my blob on the top of it, make it white again, and add some text and add some logo. So as you see, this is pretty simple. All you need is to create this blob. And let me show you how to create this blob. We will have a separate lesson for plugins, but I will show you this plugin right now to create blobs like this. Okay. So actually I have made a post, and if I want to change something, to change the text and the picture, I have to copy paste everything and replace the things that I need. And as I promised, let's look at the blob plugin. I want to create these randomly shaped blobs, and I have a plugin for them. I right click some free space, click plugins, and I'm looking for the blobs plugin. So I have two settings over here. Let's make it default. I will have blob like this. Actually, this is pretty similar to what I need. I can resize it like this, and probably it will be okay. And look how to create different shapes. If I set this 10 to 10, it will be like this. If I set it 9 to 10, it will be like this. So you can play around with these settings and create different blobs. If you set 100, it will say you that the values must be from 1 to 10. Okay, so this is how to create these randomly shaped blobs using blob plugin. So let me show you how to create such posts with these effects. I will create a new frame, 1000 by 1500. I will copy paste something from here. I will add background image. I will add this frame. So this is just a rectangle and two texts. Okay. And the rectangle is filled with black and 50% opacity. Okay, I will copy paste the logo. And now I want to add these filters. As you see, there is some color, and all the image is of this color and black and white. So actually I have to make my image black and white first, and then to add this filter. So how to do this? I will make a new frame. So I'll frame the selection, and I will move my frame outside and then do like this. So I have a new frame right above my background image, and I will copy paste it. At first I want to make my background black and white. To do this, I will fill my image with black and I will click this drop icon. This allows you to select blend mode. There are different modes over here. We won't cover all of them, you can play around with them. But to make image black and white, use saturation. As you see, if I set any of black white color, it will be the same, it will make it black and white. And now I will name it black and white filter. And now I want to add some color, so I will add some yellow, maybe like this, and I go to blend mode and set it to overlay, and now it looks pretty similar to what I had before, maybe something like this. And now if you want to create another post, you just copy paste it, you replace your background image with something that you want to put there. I will take this one, go here and paste it. Okay, and I will put it behind the filters. I will name it overlay filter, and I can change color if I want. Okay, so let it be like this. So as you see, the whole background changed its color, but our logo is still purple because it lies above the filter layer. So actually this is how we will create posts for social media in Figma. As you see, I didn't use a lot of templates over here because usually you don't have to multiply everything in all your social networks, and even if you do, this is very hard to automate this work on that scale that you just put one image and have a lot of different posts. Actually, I can do this like we did with the Google banners, but from my experience, usually I don't do like this. I have some templates for all the social networks, and I change everything for one social network. This is how we deal with posts for social media in Figma. Of course, if you want, you can create some template like we did for Google banners, where you change image at one place and it goes to all your formats. But I prefer to create posts for social media independently because usually I want to create something a little different for different social networks, but still these templates for every single social network help me a lot. So I think you get an idea how to deal with posts for social media in Figma. And as you see, there is endless quantity of different variants that you can use for your posts, so you can go and try. And again, I think that this saves you a lot of time comparing to Photoshop or to some other editors like Canva, Crello or something like this, because you have everything at one place. You can see all your previous posts of all your previous images, and you can change them easily. So Figma saves you a lot of time when you create posts for your social media.